Hi, it's Bill Coney for Straight Circle Martial Arts. And this is joint locks in close. I had a viewer ask me not too long ago, can you show these a little closer? Because they can't see them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna go through every lock. I'm gonna give you a couple principles. But I'm gonna show them real tight so you can see them in the hands. So if I have a hand like this, what you have to understand is this is not muscle. What I always want two directions. I want a push and I want a pull. So one part of my hand pulls and one part of my hand pushes. So if I come in here like this, you'll see this is gonna pull and this is gonna push. So I get two. So whatever lock I do, whether I go like this, I have a push and a pull. So see how it's smoothly, and here's the thing too, you always wanna be sensitive enough to not grab it as much as you want. Make contact and then smoothly go to the motion, right? Like this, anything like this, same thing. Now look, I have a push and a pull. See how I push and I pull? It's like no different than an arm bar, right? You have to have a pull and a push. You have to have 2 points of leverage. When I do this, I need 2 points of leverage. I need down and this way. Now, that's the first level of it. The second level is there's 3 directions. You have push, pull, and twist. So if I do this, I have push and pull. But if I really want to hurt him, I'll circle. Do you see that little circle into it? Because what you got to envision is you're taking this and you're stretching it, and then you want to twist it. So you have stretch and twist. You can stretch, it hurts. You can twist, it hurts. When you add them together, it's much worse. So as I come in, right, I stretch and I twist. There's a little of this. When I do something like this, right, watch. I don't just stretch. I stretch and I twist. So there's a down and there's an in. Now, I have videos on every joint lock out there on how to do them. I don't want to rehash that. What I want you to understand, number one, is the principles. So I already mentioned one. You have to learn to be sensitive enough to slide and feel where your hands connect, especially on fingers. So you want that comfortableness to where you slide and you work the positions. You want to lead with the fingers, not the body. What I see a lot of times with people is they get excited and they go like this, or they try to move stuff. What you have to understand is your hand makes the motion and you lead with the fingers. Once you lead with the fingers and you get the stretch where you want it and then you start the motion, then the rest of your body comes into play. But if you don't lead with the fingers, it doesn't work. Because what's going to happen is your alignment's going to get out. So I'm going to go like this first, and my hands are going to travel into a position of weakness. The hands have to extend and expand into the motion before you can do anything. Now, if you watch, another drill I like to do is I like to transfer from joint to joint. See how I go like this? Like I caught his pinky, caught his fingers. So I could catch the joints up here. I could catch the joints back there. I could come right into the wrist. Right? I could force him off balance first and then come into the wrist. But when you're playing with people, you want to get used to the idea of how do I transfer from position to position to position nicely while you're doing this. You have to be very sensitive to the work. This is the first part of learning joint lock, is you should always learn it with a compliant partner because it's impossible to learn form with someone who's fighting you. As they get better with this, down the road, they have to add tension. So I'll go like this and he'll fight me. He'll be strong. And see, I can't put it on, and maybe I have to do something else to apply that. So you work on resistance later. You know, you start playing with how do I deal with resistance or how do I hit, you know, come back to it. And that's fine. See, I got a finger there. Right, like that. So, but if you don't experiment with it, it doesn't work. So, smoothness, lead with the fingers. Learn to push and pull. Learn to push, pull, and twist. Those are what make this happen. You got to imagine so much comes from the hands. The hands lead, the weight drops. If you don't do all that together, none of this works. So just quick, watch. This one, I think everyone knows this lock, push, pull, and down. We have locks like this, where the wrist gets bent in, like that. If it straightens, you lose it. It's gotta be in. And they go down. You have locks like this. Again, same idea. If this straightens, you lose it. It's gotta be in and down. Things like these, you wanna be like that, right? Where they're comfortable. Push, pull, twist, and up. And you'll notice there's this and this that makes that happen. Am I missing? Oh, fingers, obviously, just simple. Down like this, fingers are simple. You want to catch them. 4 fingers if you want to not hurt somebody. 1 finger if you want to damage them. 2 fingers somewhere in the middle. Thumbs, right? You want to catch, you know, thumbs in, whatever you want to do with them. But take your time and experiment with them. And then when you get good with them, what you want to do is, see I had one here? Look, take another angle. If I have it like this, that's fine. Learn to do it from here. If I have this one like this, learn to do it like this. Take those same locks and always try and take them in a different direction and experiment with how many directions and angles can I do them on. The more you do that, the better you'll get. So remember, fingers lead, push, pull, feel to position. Don't just clutch, you know, and twist and drop your weight on it. And they'll be just fine. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments and ask questions. Thanks very much for helping grow the channel.